Hello and welcome to Midas Markets Daily News. Let's kick off your trading day with the latest financial news and market headlines.
Hi traders, this is Jason with the market update. The US dollar index held near 99.1 on Wednesday, easing from its early April high as optimism grew over a possible US-Iran agreement. President Trump said talks with Iran had entered the final stage, pushing oil prices lower for a second straight session. Still, crude remains far above pre-war levels, keeping inflation risks in focus. Investors are concerned that higher energy costs could force central banks to stay restrictive. WTI crude fell more than 5% for a second consecutive session on Wednesday, dropping below $100 to around 98.3. The move came as markets grew more hopeful that Middle East supply could gradually recover. President Trump said US-Iran talks had reached the final stage, raising expectations that the conflict may soon ease. A potential agreement could reopen commercial shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Gold moved back above $4,500 on Wednesday after falling nearly 2% in the previous session. Rising tensions between the United States and Iran kept investors focused on inflation risks and the possibility of higher interest rates. President Trump warned that the US could resume strikes on Iran within 2 to 3 days if Tehran does not accept Washington's peace terms. With the Strait of Hormuz still heavily disrupted, higher oil prices continue to fuel inflation concerns and reduce expectations for Fed rate cuts. The yen traded near 159 on Wednesday, remaining under pressure and close to the key 160 level, where Japan previously intervened to support its currency. Officials in Tokyo have suggested there may be no limit to intervention if needed. Strong GDP data has also increased expectations that the Bank of Japan could raise rates soon. However, the yen remains weighed down by higher oil prices, inflation concerns, rising US Treasury yields, and growing expectations that the Fed may still need to tighten policy. The euro recovered above 1.16 after briefly trading near a one-month low. Investors remain cautious as the Middle East conflict threatens to keep energy prices elevated, which could worsen inflation while slowing growth. Brent crude stayed near 4-year highs after President Trump delayed further strikes on Iran but ordered the military to prepare for a larger attack if talks failed. Markets still expect the European Central Bank to raise rates next month, while investors now look to Thursday's flash PMI data for further direction.
We hope you enjoyed today's market outlook. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Remember to join us tomorrow morning for the freshest news.